Hello everyone and welcome to Kiki Crochet. In this video tutorial we're going to learn how to crochet this beautiful purse. All the materials are from Magenta Art Workshop, which is a store here in Greece, but they send worldwide all their materials. I would like to thank Maria for sending out the materials for us to try out. I have to say that the material is unique. It's very good in quality. And you'll only find these beautiful materials in Maria's shop. You'll find all the information that you need about Magenta Art Workshop under the video in the About section. So now let's go ahead and see what all the material that the kit consists of. You'll also find the material under the video in the About section again. And after that, we're going to see how to start crocheting our bag. So firstly, I would like to show what the kit consists of, and we have this case in which we're going to put our purse inside when we finish it so it doesn't get damaged. Next, we have the lid, which is 100% leather suede. It has a bow, it's 100% handmade, and it has a suede lining as well. Then we have the rope that we're going to use to crochet for our purse, and we are only going to need one skein, this one skein over here, and it's polyester and polypropyl. It's 3 millimeters, 300 grams, and 150 meters each, and we're only going to need one. Next we have our chain that we're going to need for our purse. I have 2 quick release links that I'm going to need to attach the chain on the sides, 2 smaller links that I'm going to need on each side, and my magnetic button that I'm going to sew in the end. Okay, so all this material are included in the kit. I also have the instructions that Maria gave me, so I'm going to crochet according to what Maria says on her instructions. Now, if you do not like the bow lid, which I think is gorgeous, you can ask Maria for a plain leather lid, okay? This is suede as well. The only difference is that this has the bow and this doesn't, so you can choose either lid to for your kit, okay? Either the one with the bow or the plain one. So let's go ahead and start with our purse. I've already started with my chain, and I've worked a total of 22 chains, and that's how big you want to make your chain if you're crocheting with the same yarn, with the same rope as I am, and with the same crochet hook, because we want the total width of the piece that we're crocheting to be a total of 20 centimeters. So if you're crocheting with a different type of yarn, you want the width of your piece to be a total of 20 centimeters. In order to have 20 centimeters with the yarn that I'm crocheting, start with a chain of 22, and now we're going to make 1 single crochet in every stitch for a total of 21 stitches. So skip the first chain, put your hook in the second one, and work your first single crochet. 1, next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep crocheting 1 single crochet in every stitch for a total of 21 stitches. I've completed my row with a total of 21 single crochet, and now from here on I'm going to be crocheting only single crochet. So the way that you're going to be starting your rows is the same way that we're going to do right now. Chain 1, turn your work, and start crocheting from the first single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep crocheting 1 stitch in every stitch up until you have your 21 single crochet. I've completed row number 2, and this is how my work looks like so far. So in order to start the new row, chain 1 and turn your work. So we are always chaining 1 when we turn our work for the new row. Always start crocheting your single crochet from the first single crochet of each row, and we want to have a total of 21 single crochet in every row. Now from here on, I'm going to work off camera because I'm always going to be crocheting 1 single crochet in every stitch, and I want to crochet as many rows as I need in order to get a total of 36 or 37 centimeters length. So because even though if we use the same yarn and the same crochet hook, because each one of us crochets in a with different strength, some of us crochet tighter, some of us crochet looser, so that means that the end result might differ for 1 or 2 rows. Okay, so that doesn't mean that it's wrong. We need to have a certain amount of centimeters. That's what's important. So we need to have 36 to 37 centimeters length and 20 centimeters width. So when I reach the length that I need, I'm going to turn the video back on. I'm going to remind you of the length, and I'm going to mention how many rows my work came out. Okay, so keep working 1 single crochet in every stitch for 21 stitches in every row. I've completed crocheting my piece, and it's a total of 36.5 centimeters. Let's go ahead and see it together as well. So we have 36.5 centimeters, and I worked a total of 45 rows of 1 single crochet in every stitch. Okay, so 45 rows of 21 single crochet. Now in order to complete, once you finish your last single crochet, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. Okay, so the big piece is ready. What we want to do now is to crochet the side parts. Now, as Maria gives us in the pattern, we need to start with a total of 9 chains because we need to have 8 single crochet. Okay, and in those 8 single crochet, that means that I'm going to have 7 centimeters width. Okay, so I'm going to start with my beginning knot, and I'm going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting from the second chain from the hook, work 1 single crochet in every chain for a total of 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now in every row we're going to be starting the same exact way. We want to make as many rows as we need until we have a total of 15 centimeters length. Okay, so chain 1 and start crocheting from the first single crochet of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my last stitch 8. Chain 1 and turn your work. Again, starting from the first single crochet, crochet a total of 8 stitches in every row. So we want to crochet up until we have a total of 15 centimeters length, okay? And make sure that this part, the width, is a total of 7 centimeters. If yours is not 7 centimeters, because each one of us, even though we crochet with the same hook and the same yarn, we crochet with different strength. So some of us crochet looser, some of us crochet tighter. So make sure you measure, and this is a total of 7 centimeters, and keep crocheting up until you have 15 centimeters length. I've completed crocheting and I have a total of 17 rows. Okay, and in order to finish, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So I have a total of 17 rows, 8 stitches in each row, and I have exactly 15 centimeters length. But always make sure you measure yours, okay? 15 centimeters length. Now go ahead and work the second piece off camera with the same exact stitches, the same exact rows, and when I finish mine, I'm going to turn my video and see how to continue from there on. I've completed my 2 pieces for the side. I've completed the big part, and what we're left to do now is to crochet around our lid. Now, when we start crocheting around the lid, Maria says that we're going to need a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. Because I did not have a 3.5 millimeter, I'm using a 3 millimeter to crochet. And looking at our lid, I want the bow to be on the bottom side, and right here on the top I have more holes that I have down here and on the sides as well. This happens because we have the correct number of holes as the number of stitches that I have up here on the big part that I made. I have 21 holes, so it's 1 hole for each single crochet that I have made. This means that on the top part right over here, I'm going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch. In every corner, I'm going to be making 3 single crochet because I want to make increase and crochet and create a curve over here. When I turn on the side, the bottom, and the other side, I'm going to be working increases in every second stitch. This means that I'm going to be working 2 single crochet in every second hole. So starting from up here, I have a total of 21 holes, so I'm going to attach my yarn in the 11th hole right here in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so put your hook through the first hole right over there. Grab the yarn and pull it through under the bag to the front, and we want to be pulling the loop up until right over here, the top, the edge of the lid. Okay, and work a chain. Put your hook in the next hole and work 1 single crochet. Pull up the loop up until it's right here on the edge and work a single crochet. Next hole, work 1 single crochet. So when we are on the top part, we want to be making 1 single crochet in every stitch. Okay, 1 single crochet in the next hole. Make sure you do not do it too tight because we do not want the lid to fold on the inside of the stitches. Make sure you bring up the loop to the edge of the lid and work your single crochet. Now, as I'm crocheting my single crochet, I'm also crocheting inside the tail, so I don't have to weave it in the end. Now I'm going to work the next hole 1 single crochet, and in the last hole, which is the corner, I'm going to work 3 single crochet in the same stitch. So put your hook in the next hole and work your first single crochet. Now again, for a second time, put your hook in the same hole, work your second single crochet, and for a third time, put your hook in the same hole and work your third single crochet. Now, by doing this, we need to observe something. That the first out of the 3 single crochet was the last stitch for the row that we started. The second was the increase, it was the corner, and the third single crochet is the first stitch going downwards. So what I want to do now is I want to be working increases in every second hole. So in the first stitch I'm going to work 1 single crochet. In the second stitch I'm going to work 2 single crochet in the same hole. One in the same hole, 2. Next hole, work 1 single crochet. Next hole, work 2 single crochet in the same hole. 1, same hole, 2. Okay, so keep working increases in every second stitch. Once you reach the corner, you want to work 3 single crochet in the same stitch. And again here, start with 1 single crochet, 2, 1, 2. In the corner, work 3 single crochet. And here again in the beginning, 1 single crochet, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. Work 3 single crochet in the corner again. And once you reach up here in the top, work only 1 single crochet in every stitch up until you finish the row. Okay, so on all 3 sides we work increases, except from the top part because we have more holes than we have on the other sides. So up here in the top we work only 1 single crochet in every stitch and 3 single crochet in every corner. I've completed crocheting around, and as I mentioned before I turned off my video, all the top part over here we crochet 1 single crochet in every stitch, 3 single crochet in every corner, and on each side we work increases in every second stitch. So after the corner we work 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. After the increase here, after the corner, again 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and so on. After the corner again 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. And right here the corner, and again up here at the top 1 single crochet in every hole in order to complete the top part. Okay, now put your hook in the first stitch that we created right over here. Grab the yarn and work a slip stitch. So take the yarn, pull it through the stitch and through the loop, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So this is how the lid of our bag looks like. So we've crocheted now all parts of our bag, and now it's time to join all the pieces together and create our purse. So now it's time to join, and what I want to do is I want to place all 3 pieces together like this. Down here is where I started the chain, and up here is where I completed. Same as with those pieces over here. Here's where I started, here's where I finished, and here as well. Now what I want to do is I want to join those 3 pieces together. So starting from the bottom down here, I'm going to put stitch markers to point the 4 places together, and then all the stitches in between are going to be aligned for us to crochet them together. So starting with the corner down here, put your hook in the first stitch down here in the corner, and in the first stitch in the corner on the main body of our bag, and put your stitch marker. Okay, and I'm going to tie those 2 pieces together tightly. Okay, Now I am going to fold my bag in half, and I'm going to tie this top piece together as well. The two top corners again. So put your hook in the first stitch up here and the first stitch on the back piece. Take your stitch marker and pull it through the two stitches. And again, tie your stitch marker. Now, when I'm going to start joining the two pieces together, I'm going to be working a single crochet around, and now I have my stitches aligned. So this means that I'm going to work together the first single crochet on both sides, then the first single crochet on the second row, the first single crochet on the third row, the first single crochet in the fourth row, and so on. See how my stitches are aligned? So go ahead and put your stitch marker in the bottom corner over here, your third stitch marker. And it's very easy to align the stitches together when we're working with single crochet because it's only one stitch. Okay, and again tie tightly, and now go on the other side to align the stitches together. Okay, so we have the first. See how my rows are aligned with each other? So go ahead and put your last stitch marker on the two stitches over here. And again, tie tightly. So now I have all my four sides stitched together on the four corners. So this means that when I open up down here, that it has to be aligned perfectly, and it is on the one corner and on the other. So these are the bottom stitches that we're going to work down here. So go ahead and do the same exact steps on the other side. Attach the other side on your bag, and when I do, I'm going to turn my video back on and start joining my pieces together. I've put stitch markers on both sides, and now we're going to start joining the pieces together. Now I'm going to start on the one side, and I'm crocheting again with my 5mm crochet hook. And I'm going to join by working single crochet around, and this is going to give me a nice outline of the stitches down here in the bottoms. Okay, so I'm going to take out my first stitch marker and I'm going to put in my crochet hook. So what we want to be doing is we want to be grabbing the first single crochet on both sides. So take the yarn and pull it through both of the first stitches and chain one. Now put your hook in the second stitch on the front and in the back side. You want to be grabbing both sides together and work a single crochet. Now again, grab the next stitch, front and back, and work a single crochet. Again, grab the next stitch, front and back, and because our stitches are aligned, we crochet the same row on the front side and the same row on the back side. Again, the next 2 stitches together and work a single crochet. Again, the next 2 stitches together and work a single crochet. So keep working 1 single crochet around, going downwards, down here on the base and going upwards. And when I finish crocheting this side, I'm going to turn the video and we're going to see how it looks and how we're going to start the other side. I've completed crocheting around and this is how it looks like. Okay, I've made 1 single crochet in every stitch around. Now, in order to complete this side, chain 1 after your last single crochet, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. Now go ahead and work the other side of camera, and when I finish my other side, I'm going to turn the video back on and we're going to see how to attach the lid on our bag. I've completed joining all the parts together and see how perfectly the bag stands by itself without having anything inside to hold it. This is how it looks on the sides. Okay, now let's go ahead and see how to attach the lid on the purse that we've crocheted. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to align the lid on our purse. So the side in which I'm going to attach my lid is the one back here that seams the side back here, which are the beginning chains that I started my work with. And on the front, I have the ending row, which was the single crochet. There is no right or wrong, it's just I like my work to seem like this in the beginning rather than to see the beginning chains. Okay? So I have a total of 21 single crochet, and if you recall, we had a total of 21 holes up here to attach. So what I want to do is I want to separate a total of 20 stitches from corner to corner, and from the corners I only want to separate the first single crochet of the one corner and the first single crochet of the other corner. Okay, and this is how we're going to attach our lid. This is the front of my purse, and I want to be seeing the wrong side of the lid, because if you attach this way, when you close your bag, you're going to be seeing the lining. So make sure you're seeing the lining of the lid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach into both corners to align the stitches together. So I'm putting my hook in the first stitch from the purse and the first stitch over here from the increase. Okay, and I'm going to put a stitch marker. And the ending stitch right over here with, again, the first stitch from the increase. Okay. So now we have our stitches aligned together, the front and the back. And the reason that we do this is because I'm going to start joining with slip stitches. The reason that we're doing this is because when you close your purse, it's going to stop right about here, and you'll have a part of the lid showing from the back, going up, curving nicely, going up, and stopping on the correct spot down here. Alrighty, so now I'm going to take out my first stitch marker, and I'm going to start joining and I'm going to join with slip stitches. Okay, so grab the yarn and pull it through both stitches and chain one, and I'm leaving a long tail so I can weave in the end. Now put your hook in the second stitch and in the second stitch from the back piece and work a slip stitch. So grab the yarn and pull it through both stitches and through the loop that you have on your hook. Now put your hook in the third stitch from the front and the third stitch from the back and work a slip stitch. Fourth stitch in the front, fourth stitch in the back, and slip stitch. Fifth stitch in the front and fifth stitch in the back and slip stitch. Okay, so keep slip stitching the stitches together up until you have a total of 21 slip stitches. I've completed slip stitching and this is how my purse looks like. I've worked my last slip stitch. This is how it looks on the inside, and this is how it looks on the outside when we fold, when we close our purse. Okay, the front and the back where we worked our slip stitches. Now when you add weight in your bag and the first time that you're going to add your items, those stitches are going to open up and they're going to look finer. So the reason, see, that we work the slip stitches is that you see the lid from the back and it goes through the front. Now once we have finished working our slip stitches, chain one and turn your work sideways, and you want to have your lid on the top. Starting from the very first single crochet that I see right here on the top of the lid, I'm going to start working one single crochet all around, and right here in the two corners I'm going to crochet 2 single crochet in each corner to keep the curve. So start right here from the first single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and keep crocheting one single crochet up until you reach the corner. When I reach my corner, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to work the corner and how to continue working around our lid. I've worked one single crochet in every stitch and I've reached the corner. Up to this point I've made 27 single crochet. Put your hook in the corner and work 2 single crochet in the very same stitch. 1, same stitch, 2 single crochet to keep the curve right here in the corner. Now work 1 single crochet in every stitch on the top, again in the corner, in the center out of the 3 stitches that we've made here in the corner. Again work an increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and 1 single crochet going downwards up until the last single crochet right here on the lid. Once I finish my work, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to finish off and how to add the links and the chain to finish our bag. I've completed crocheting around up until the last single crochet that I had right over here, and now I'm going to put my hook in the next single crochet, which is the corner single crochet, the first single crochet that I have right here that I joined the lid on the purse. So put your hook in that same stitch and work a slip stitch. Chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So this is how our purse looks like on the front. Now that we've worked the row of single crochet around the lid, and this is how it looks through the back. Okay, So what we're going to do now is we're going to attach the links right here on the sides, and we're going to see how our bag is going to look completed. Before attaching the links and the chain, what we have to do is we have to attach the magnetic button on our work. And what we're going to do now is we're going to attach the top part first, the top part of the button, and it's this one that has the finger sticking out. Okay, now this is how we're going to measure to see where to attach our button. Take your measuring tape and measure from corner to corner, and we have a total of 21 centimeters. This means that our center, the center centimeter, we want to find the middle. So when we have 21 centimeters, the middle is right here in the 11th centimeter. So right over here is where I'm going to attach my button, and I'm going to sew with regular thin yarn and with sewing needle each one of those loops right here in each one of those four corners, and I'm going to sew right here in the 11th centimeter, right in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. When I finish attaching the top part of the button, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to attach the bottom part of the magnetic button. Okay, I've sewed many times and carefully around each of those four loops around. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the magnetic button to each other, okay, and I'm going to close my purse, making sure that your lid is straight and the back side is straight as well. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of those four loops and open up my purse so the bottom part of the button stays here. What we're going to do now is we're going to sew around right here each of the four loops again carefully, and we want to sew around a couple of times. You know, you want to sew like 3, 4, or 5 times around each loop, so when you open and close your purse it stays steady and your yarn around won't break, because if you only sew one time around, every time that you open, there is a big chance that your yarn will break. So you want to sew around like 3, 4 times each loop. When I finish sewing around, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to attach the links and the chain. Okay, so I've attached the first links off camera, and now we're going to do the other side together. So this is the 2 links. We want to add the 2 smaller links, and the bigger one, the quick release link, we're going to add in the end. So I want to grab the 2 smaller ones. You want to grab your tools. And I want to grab my link and open it up like this. If you open your link outwards, you're going to destroy it and you're going to cut it down here. So make sure you open your link correctly. Okay, so this is how you want your link to look like when you open it up. And go ahead and attach it right here in the first single crochet on the front side. Okay, now close up the link the same way you opened it up. Okay, now attach the second link. You're going to open it up. And go ahead and attach it on the first single crochet on the back side. So we're attaching, see here where we started attaching the side part of the purse? So that's the first and the last stitch. So this is where we want to attach those two links, and make sure when you attach the second link that you take the first link and you put it inside, so those two links close together now. Okay, and take your quick release link and attach it. And this is how our purse looks like at this point. The one side and the other side. So now we're going to attach our chain, and you can either have a long chain on your purse. So this means that you take the corner of your chain and attach it. Take it through your quick release link, and on the other side as well. Okay, open up your link and just put the corner link right in there. And you have a bag with a long chain. Okay, now what you can also do is you can take out the one side, take it through the link, and put this corner as well in the other link, so you have a shorter strand, a shorter chain on your purse. And now you have two chains and a shorter bag, so you can wear the bag either way that you prefer. Okay, so our purse is ready. No need to line on the inside or anything, because the yarn is so thick and so steady that you really don't need to have to line the inside. If you want to line, you can do that, but you really don't have to. So this is how our bag looks completed. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you like the video, please press like and leave a comment. Thanks again. Bye bye.